Welcome back. We were just discussing during the commercial break the fact that we try as much as we can to feature lots and lots of organizations who are doing good work for their fellow man and woman in our area here in Utah. There are more deserving organizations than ever. This morning's conversation is regarding an organization that's been around for a while now. In fact, it is an auspicious number that is the context of our discussion this morning. Pastor Joe Vazquez is here from the Salt Lake City Mission. Good morning, sir. How are you? Great to see you.
Terry.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for all you do.
Well, I'm just fortunate that I get to work with an organization that's been working within the Salt Lake region for many years. It's just been great joining them.
25 years.
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations to the organization on that. And as you mentioned, you're somewhat new here to Utah, been here a little bit, but talk about your background and kind of how your journey and your path led you to the SLC mission.
Well, I never really thought that I would be serving the homeless and poverty population, but I'm celebrating personally 21 years of doing that. I came from Colorado Springs, Colorado, where I worked with the Springs Rescue Mission for 17 years, and so 4.5 years ago I came and joined Salt Lake City Mission. It's been a pleasure serving the people of the greater Salt Lake region.
Great stuff. Talk about the history. You sent along some amazing statistics. I mean, to be honest, I can't quite get my head around this. Really, in a way, it's kind of a performance role of honor in terms of your mission to serve those who are in need, and as you mentioned, serving people across a wide variety of demographic groups, and maybe even wider than some folks might think.
Certainly, we're well known and mostly known for serving the homeless, and but when you consider over our history of 25 years, we've served almost 500,000 people. The larger percentage of that group is going to be folks that are in housing that are just struggling to put food on the table, take care of their monthly bills, and they have more bills in month than they do have income. So we come alongside and help them, and it's only by community support and opportunities like this to share, and people doing food and clothing drives, and providing free furniture when they upgrading, changing, and those things that you just wouldn't think an awful lot about go a long way in helping, especially families that are struggling.
Talk about that community support, because as we were discussing during the commercial break, and we've alluded to a number of times, there are more charitable organizations out there, so to speak, than there used to be, which on one hand is good. There are so many deserving groups of people with health challenges, et cetera, et cetera. What has it been like for you as somebody who's been in the business, so to speak, for 20 years? What is it like? How is it similar or different than it was 20 years ago when you first became involved in a similar kind of work where you depend on that community support in order to provide the services that you promise?
Well, my personal journey was with a startup organization 21 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
So starting from scratch was certainly challenging, but seeing how the community will come together when they are informed and they know what's going on and people's needs. That was my experience in Colorado, and coming here. This is a very benevolent community, and that's really the key is communicating and getting people informed, and the communities from Park City right down through the valley and all the way up north along the Wasatch, all in that area. As long as people know what's going on, we tend to find that people will come alongside, and everybody can do something. It's not always providing funding, even though we raise about 70% of our annual budget in the last 3 months of the year.
Wow.
But it's other ways people can help by hosting drives, coming and doing volunteer work, promoting it in their places of worship or business, and just getting their communities engaged. So, and it's only by that type of support that it's grown. The mission has grown over years, and we have a bright future ahead, because we all can agree, whatever religion you're in, whatever economic background you're in, that people should not be hungry on our streets. People should not be homeless or struggling to feed their children.
Very well said. You always have a lot of events going on. You're a very active group. Talk a little bit about the calls to action that you have come here this morning to share with us.
Great. Well, we've entered into what we call our Season of Hope, which is this last part of October and through November and concludes the first week of January. So we're currently in our Scare Away Hunger promotion, which is, while people are out doing different activities, they can host drives to collect warm clothing and or food supplies, because we'll be giving out food boxes to families in need. And of course, through the holiday season, right on through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we host a New Year's celebration for the homeless, because pretty much everything's closed on the actual holidays, but we're open. So Thanksgiving Day, we are open and hosting a dinner. Christmas Day, we're open and hosting a dinner. And New Year's Day, we're hosting a dinner. So the Season of Hope will conclude in the beginning of January. If you have interest and want to know how you can participate and help people in need, they can certainly go to our website at saltlakeCityMission.org, or they can find us on Facebook and follow us, because we're always posting activities, or they can call us at 801-355-6310. Love to talk with folks if they want to personally get involved or get their family, or service clubs are great ideas, churches, businesses, and host a drive. People can collect, I know I can still go through my closet and find things that I swore would either come back around fashion-wise or I'd fit into it again, and I can fill a bag of filled with stuff.
Why are you looking at me when you say those things? It's amazing work that you do. We so very appreciate it. It's kind of you to come and share your message with our viewers. We wish you all the very best for your Season of Hope. And saltlakeCityMission.org.
Correct.
And don't be a stranger. Come see us again soon.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Pastor Joe Vazquez, amazing work. saltlakeCityMission.org. Find out ways in which you can help this deserving organization. So many persons in our community who are aided in essential ways by the Salt Lake City Mission's work. Quick break. We'll be back with more show after this.